Hey, what's going on guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI using no Magicite. You know what this game needs more of, viewers? It needs more death at the hands of Cyan, retainer to King Doma. The Empire's done gone and grabbed the bull by the horns this time. But since we just so happen to be in the area, yeah, sure, we'll jump in the middle of a brawl between Cyan and the Imperial troops. Why not? Alright, so these guys are very, very easy. Even from the back row, Sabin and Shadow can one-shot them with their normal attacks. And Cyan is more than capable of taking care of himself here. Although we do not get direct control over him, he is on autopilot for this little segment. And one thing to know is that he also has the innate counterattack ability, which normally you can only have that if you equip the black belt here. I believe it's a 50% chance to counterattack, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, and if you get in between these guys, this happens. Yeah, now that's the spirit. Sabin's getting all hyped. Oh, one thing I neglected to mention last time about the Vanish status is that it is persistent through battle. I suppose that's probably obvious by now, but the only time you have to reapply the Vanish status is if it gets cancelled by being hit by a spell. So that's pretty nice. We have been doing it together. Alright, this time we have a cadet who has a little bit more HP than the grunts. Okay, so, well, we'll take out the grunts and let Cyan finish off the cadet. Hopefully with a dispatch? Nice. That's his level 1 sword tech ability, and it pierces defense, so that's really nice. And again, I'll go over Cyan in more detail as soon as things calm down around here. Well, you no longer have your home, or your family, or your friends. How does that make you feel? Better than something else being shoved down your throat. Uh-oh. Well, I say we just keep on fighting. Those guys are pushovers. Shadow's like, fuck this, I'm out. Alright, we get to don some more Magitek suits. Wait a minute, so Cyan is a samurai from the Far East, yet he talks like he's straight from the Middle Ages. Okay, whatever works for you, game. And how does Sabin know how to control these? Has he ever been in the cockpit before? I guess we're just gonna wing it from this point. That guy's like, hey, what's going on? And then, boom! Well, that's one way to take care of those guards. And alright, looks like Shadow found a Magitek Armor of his own. Alright, so first things first, let's get Cyan in the back row. And yeah, he's still doing okay there. I do want to give the barrier ring to Sabin to boost his magic power a little bit more. That way his aura bolt will do slightly more damage. 2 points isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing. Alright, Magitek Armors are weak to lightning, although just like back in Narsh, you can use anything you want to and you'll wipe out these guys in one hit. And you get no experience for these battles, which kind of sucks. By the way, those Magitek Armors can use their Magitek Beam, which is a magic-based attack, so if that hits Shadow, he's going to lose the clear status. So, I want to keep an eye out for that. Oh, that was easy. It looks like when you're cornered, the only way out is straight through the middle. Or the forest to the south. Sure, why not? Sounds like a plan. Man, what a way to start a video. Okay, so now we have to do the obligatory tutorial with Cyan here, but don't worry, this will be quick. Like I said, Dispatch is a physical attack, it pierces defense. Retort is the counterattack that I showed you guys last time. Slash is a gravity elemental attack that will cut an enemy's HP in half, and it even works on some bosses. And Quadra Slam, which he learns at level 15, is a 4-stroke attack. He said stroke, giggity. However, it does not ignore defense, but at this point it'll still deal roughly 800 damage, so it's not too shabby. And because all of his attacks are physical in nature, giving him the Atlas Armlet is a pretty good idea. New enemies, Crasshopper. Yeah, very clever game. The only thing special about them is they can inflict the berserk status on your party members, which, if you're unfamiliar with that, it means you can only do physical attacks and you lose control over your character. Although you do get more damage out of your regular attacks, so I guess it's a give and take. Although it's not something you'd want to willingly give your party members. By the way, you can't do anything in Doma because it's full of soldiers, so don't bother. But this is the Phantom Forest. Guess what kind of enemies we're going to be fighting here, viewers? Yeah, a lot of undead who are weak to holy. That's why you want to have the earrings on Sabin and go with Orbolt, because it'll deal over 1,000 damage. Also, as long as you're in here, you don't have to worry about Shadow leaving your party. Here we get a full recover. Nice. And yeah, every enemy that we're going to be running into is weak to holy, except for one, I want to say. Alright, Popliteums up top can inflict the slow status on your characters, as you already saw. Yeah, that, viewers, is the power of the earrings. We're level 14 and dealing over 1,000 damage already. If only there was a way to further boost Sabin's magical damage. But sadly, there is not. For now. Got a bit of a maze here, but thankfully it's nowhere near as bad as the forest maze in Secret of Evermore. Yeah, you guys remember that maze in the Middle Ages. First time going through there as a kid, I had no idea that the owls were the indicator of which way you were going. I think I spent a good, I don't know, days trying to get through that maze. Oh yeah, these guys have a lot of magical attacks, so even if you did still have Vanish, it won't last very long. And it's not worth reapplying here. By the way, even if you rest at the inn, or not the inn, well, actually yes, I think if you stay at the inn it clears the Vanish status. But using healing springs or your own restorative spells will also negate the Vanish. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Alright, easy enough. Hey, what's that in the background? Kinda looks like a train. It is a train! Alright, it looks like we'll make it to Narsh in no time. Much faster than walking. What's wrong, Cyan? Don't worry about it. Everything seems okay to me. What do you mean the train's haunted? Well, that's not good. What's going on here, Cyan? You're not telling us something. The Phantom Train. The other side? Wow, I guess we really are gonna break on through to the other side. We all have to go sometime. Yeah, that's true. Someday, death comes for us all. Bonus points if you get that reference. Crap. Well, we're gonna have to find another way to get off this train, so let's have a look around. I really like this dungeon, by the way. Sure, why not? We get a random ghost buddy in our party. He's a guest, and he comes equipped with the relic ring. That's an interesting item, but unfortunately we won't have access to that for a very long time. Ha! Yeah, get a little secret item over there. Not many people know about that one. You could save your game if you need to. Alright, new enemies, bombs. You want to kill these guys as quickly as you can, because they have an attack called Exploder, and that will deal quite a bit of damage to your characters. They are not weak to Holy, however. It's the only enemy that's not in this area. But I should probably heal up just a little bit. There we go. And if you talk to these ghosts, it forces you into a battle, although there is one ghost that's a merchant, but there's no way to distinguish it from the others. Another new enemy here, Whispers. They can use the Demi spell, which cuts your HP in half, but they're still pretty easy, nonetheless. All the same. Whatever. You know what I meant, viewers. This area is home to a few unique enemies that you cannot meet up with anywhere else in the game. So if you care about filling out your bestiary on the Game Boy Advance version of the game or the iPhone version of the game, then you want to make sure you run into an enemy called Still Going, and oh god, there's another one. I think it's called Mind Flare or something to that effect. Well, here's one of them. But I'm not too... Where'd my shurikens go? Huh. Oh, I reorganized my inventory, that's right. Oh, Possess is a pretty cool ability. It allows the ghost to deliver a one-hit KO at the expense of its own life. But we'll hang on to that for now. Ghost is really a weak character in comparison to the rest of your party. He's pretty much just there to soak some hits and be a meat shield. Gotta love those forced encounters, eh, viewers? Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. I'm so used to shurikens being at the top of the inventory. Oh well. Oh, the reason that did so much less damage than the shurikens is because the game uses the weapon's battle power to determine how much damage is dealt when you throw it. Huh? More of you guys. Alright, this is not looking very good. Yeah, apparently there is no escape. But we do have somewhere to run. Let's try up here. Aside from cornering ourselves, I'm not sure what good this is going to do. Yeah, real quick, let me show that off to you guys. If you examine a weapon, well, you can see its properties. In this case, the Air Lancet is a wind elemental attack, and that's how I knew that earlier in the LP. But if you press the left button, you can see even more details about a weapon. In this case, the battle power. 76. And shurikens, even though they're throwing weapons, have their own battle power of 86. So, there you go. It's also a good way to see properties and abilities of armor. Yeah, we're stuck between a ghost and a hard place. What do you mean? Heyo! I could see Sabin being able to do this, but not Cyan. He's wearing all that heavy armor, he would just drop like a rock. Is that Ghost a traitor? No, he's not. I think that's the only time in the game you can see the surprise emote for a ghost. Alright. Alright, took care of those guys. So let's flip this switch and see what happens. Hey, there we go. Don't have to worry about those guys anymore. Now this part tripped me up when I first played the game. It's a very bastard move. You gotta hit the same switch for a second time. Yeah, no clear indication whatsoever. Alright, let's continue exploring this crazy train. Hey, out of my way! Move! God, I hate when NPCs do that. Oh, this looks like a little restaurant. Alright. Yeah, priorities, Sabin. I think there are more important things to do here, but... Oh, we get free beer? Well, in that case... What do you mean, Cyan? It's only a meal prepared by a ghost on a train that's going straight to hell. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, man's gotta eat. And evidently Cyan is not aware of the universal law that you should never come between a man and his food. What kind of sound effects were those, game? But alright, eating this food is a full heal. Now the interesting thing here is that, depending on who's in the lead of your party, different dialogue will happen. I believe the first one is fixed, it's always Sabin who eats. But let's see what happens when Shadow orders from this ghost. Garçon, garçon. Aww. Here, boy. Who's a good doggy? I never knew about this scene as a kid because, well, technically, Shadow could not be in your party at this point. And I never even thought to switch my lead characters around. Oh yeah, one thing you should probably know is that if Shadow does leave your party after battle, he takes all of his equipment with him. So you may not want to equip him with the Atlas armlet if you're fond of it. Cyan would be a good candidate though, for that. But speaking of Cyan, let's get him in the front. I suppose it's a little too late to mention that because once you're on the Phantom train, Shadow cannot leave your party. I like the emote there. He's freaking out. That's weird, he has the same dialogue. Okay, I guess nothing special happens when Cyan orders the food. Nothing special happens if you order the food with the ghost either. Speaking of that, I need to show off his special ability, don't I? Which cannot be used on undead, oddly enough. But we have a living enemy here, the Hazer, so let's put that to use. Oh, he is undead, that's right. Huh. I wonder which enemy I'll be able to use that against. Well, there's bombs. Yeah, there's that demi spell I mentioned earlier. Well, anyways, let's go around to the back of the train car. Ah, yeah. We get another pair of earrings. Equipping 2 of these will increase your magical damage by 50%, so definitely want to give that to Sabin here. But just how powerful will his Aura Bolt be now? Let's find out. Yeah, I was going to cliffhang you guys there, but I'm not too concerned about the length of my videos. Never had any negative comments about them, so why start worrying about it now? Oh, that's weird. I can't open this from the right. What the? Who's there? Siegfried, the world's greatest swordsman. I thought that was Musashi. Ox and Grandpa. Notice he doesn't say anything about Shadow or the Ghost? Yeah, once again, that's because technically they could not be in your party at this point. A manicurist. Oh yeah, well allow me to introduce boss time against Siegfried. Wait a minute. Why did you change the spelling of his name, Ted Woolsey? Well, anyways, anytime an enemy in this game says go, they mean die. It was just mistranslated. Come on, hit Shadow. Aw, man. Yeah, I was hoping Interceptor would block the hit and counterattack, which would end the battle instantly. Let's try to possess this guy. Ha! And that's what Possess does. He essentially goes into kamikaze mode, and yeah. 1 gold coin, that's it? Yeah, this guy was all talk. He only has like 50 HP, by the way. Oh, I wonder what was in that treasure box. The world may never know. Just like it may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Yeah, that's one of the many unsolved mysteries of Final Fantasy VI, is that you have another hidden item here. It's the last one on the dungeon, by the way. But yeah, they never tell you what's in that treasure box, and you never get to find out. Aw, I was hoping we could run into that last new enemy, which, by the way, is called the Overmind. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Mind Flayer for some reason. Those are like squid-like tentacle monsters. Oh god, yeah, Blaze hurts. If you run into a large enough group of those bombs, they can easily wipe out your party. It is not good. Yeah, 1300 damage. Go Sabin. I should probably heal up after that one. That was a little rough. Let's see, anything in here? No. Aw, man, I meant to talk to the other guy. God damn it. What's one more ghost? Oh, they can also inflict stop. I forgot to mention that earlier. Oh, why thank you. Sounds easy enough. But first we have to make it there. Sniper Sight, that's a relic that gives you 100% accuracy with your physical attacks, but because physical evade is broken in this version of the game, accuracy is not an issue. But that would be pretty good on newer versions of the game. Uh-oh, Mimic. Alright, this is the Spectre, who has a ton of HP. So first things first, we want to charge up and use Cyan's Slash ability. Followed by a good Aura Bolt, and we should have this guy dead. Yeah, he has 1500 HP. There we go. If you don't kill him quickly, he has a Thunderbolt attack, which deals quite a bit of damage. So, yeah, watch out for that. The only drawback to the Sword Tech abilities, in my opinion, is that while Cyan is charging up, no other character can take an action in battle, so it's like the whole thing gets put on pause just for Cyan. And, well, there are some characters that have good synergy with him because they can go into auto battle, and you don't have to manually input commands, they just execute them. But for right now, we don't have any of those characters, and it's really annoying. Okay, but this is a good stopping point. So I'm going to call it quits here, guys, and when we come back, hopefully our heroes will find a way off of this train, or will they find themselves at their final destination instead? You'll just have to find out next time. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Take care.